it's Lisa. I am filming this on Memorial Day weekend here in the US, which is our unofficial start to summer. Now last summer I did a little promotional video, and I'll link it up to the end of this one, where I talked about wanting to use my stash and really getting more out of the things that I had. And I did a lot of that for my layouts last summer. I don't remember buying a ton of stuff last year or last summer. I just used a lot of the products that I had, and I had a lot of fun doing that. I want to do that this year as well, and I want to hold myself even more accountable, or I guess give myself a little more incentive, a little more challenge, by picking out some very specific products and tools that I know I want to use. And I'm going to have a little challenge for you at the end of this video as well. So this is kind of a shopping your stash video, because I'm going to show you some stuff that I have in my stash, some of it new, most of it older product that I want to use some this summer. And I'm doing this because I got a lot of stuff, and it's fun to go back and use some of your older things and try to find newer ways to use them, and also some things I just want to kind of move on out of the stash. So, and that's what I have over here to my left is something I definitely want to start at least reducing the amount of space that all these chipboard letters take. Now, once upon a time, these were my favorite chipboard letters. They're from Basic Gray. They're called undressed chipboard, I think. They call them that instead of raw chipboard. And I have a bunch of these in different fonts, and I've had for years, and I've used and used and used them. And you can see they give you so many letters. Like this one has it had 4 F's on it, and plus all of these I's and J's, and I mean, you just get gobs and gobs of letters with each of these. So it takes a long time to really use them. But I'm getting down to where I don't have very many letters on some of them, and they're just taking up space. So I'm going to really make an effort to work through some of this chipboard and get that reduced down. I have some Stamping Up chipboard that I bought that's like that as well. A little bit larger letters, and I have this box that I keep some just extra letters in, so I thought whatever I didn't use out of that would go in here, and I could get it down to just this one box of odds and ends kinds of chipboard letters. Now I still have all my regular thickers, but these are the ones I want to concentrate on this summer. Now, speaking of chipboard, I also have these little ones from Maya Road, and because they're packaged like this and I don't know what's in there, I've kind of written down the back some of the words that I made with them, but I still don't really know what's in there. I'm not really using these much, so I'm going to have to make an effort to use those on up. And I have some other little chipboard accents that I can try to use. Now, similar to those are these wood pieces. I haven't had these as long. I think I bought these last spring. They are from Prima. I've used a few of them, and I think they're beautiful, but I've been challenged with how to best make these work on layouts or cards or other projects. So I really want to work through these, or through some of these, and I'm trying to think of a project where I can use several of them on one thing. They're really pretty, and you can paint them or add ink or whatever to them, but I haven't used them as much as I had hoped. So I've got some just sort of tone kind of prints, and then some that have more words on them. So I want to work with those. Put those aside here. This stamp set I got from some Blood Candy. It's a Stamping Up set, and I think it's a great set. I've used the words a little bit, but I haven't done much else with it, and I think it would make a great scrapbook page because it has a big word here that would be perfect for a title. So definitely want to use this stamp set called Enjoy from Stamping Up. I have had this now in my stash for years. It's Tim Holtz grunge board, or grunge paper. I still don't know what you're supposed to do with grunge paper. I'm clearly going to have to watch a video online and see what is special about grunge paper. I don't have a big shot to cut it with, so whatever I do with it, I don't think that will cut on my silhouette. It might. It's not that thick. But I think whatever I do with it, it's going to have to be, whole sheets, or maybe just cut it with the scissors or something. So anyway, I want to try to do something with the grunge board this summer. I have a lot of clouds. These are new ones I got at Tuesday Mornings recently, and then some old ones from Pebbles. As I went through my embellishment drawer, I found several things that I haven't done a whole lot with, some canvas stuff. These would be pretty on cards. These are something I definitely want to move on out. They came from a kit. I think they're fancy pants, but I'm not positive of that. But they need to be, I need to do something with them or just donate them because I don't want them taking up space anymore. The pens, I tend to forget I have. They're cute accessories and embellishments, and again, that's one of the reasons for this is some things you just want to get rid of. Some things, it's not really trying to get rid of them, it's you want to use them because you like them and bought them and you got extras. This box, I've already, since I put it out on my desk, I've already put it to use. These are some flair that I have, which I do use, and there's a lot of rhinestones and enamel dots. Now, I know that a lot of people, enamel dots are one of their favorite embellishments. I use them quite a bit when they first started getting popular, and I got a few of them, and then I bought gobs more as I would find them on sale different places, and then I sort of stopped using them. So the enamel dots need to start finding a home. I also, this is what I used recently on a layout, since I had this out here, were all these little rhinestones, say it in crystals from, these are from Prima, and then some of these others I don't think are Prima. They're another company. Yeah, those are Prima. I don't know. Anyway, I got a bunch of these little rhinestones, and they're really pretty. They're really pretty embellishments. So it's just sometimes a matter of remembering that you have stuff. This punch is a new punch to me from Stampin' Up, the 1 1/4 inch scallop punch. I'd like to put that to use. And I do have a stamp set that goes with that. I haven't gotten it out. These are also new. There are some stencils from Hobby Lobby. I just bought this one a few days ago. I have not used it at all, but it was so pretty. I couldn't resist it, so I want to try that one out with my jelly plate. This one I've used once from Hobby Lobby, and it's also a really pretty one that I want to give a little more attention to. Similar to the stencils are stamps. I have some background stamps. This is one I've had for a long time from Basic Gray and Hero Arts, I think. Well, I'm not sure if it's Basic Gray. It says Hero Arts on it. Anyway, yeah, it was a Basic Gray Hero Arts combination. Really pretty background stamp that I enjoyed using. This is a stamp I used a lot from Stampin' Up when I first got it, and probably for a year or so after I got it, and then I haven't used it in ages. It's a medallion stamp from Stampin' Up, and it's just gorgeous, and it takes up way too much space in my stamp area to not be put into use. These I've never used. They came with my gelatos, and they were these little individual stamps. So I thought I might use some of those on my mixed media projects or even on a card or something. So this is the kind of thing to sort of have out handy so I remember I have it. This is also a set that I have not used, I don't think at all, from My Mind's Eye. I have several of their small sets. They're a really good buy. Their stamp sets are. They usually have lots of very versatile things in there, but this one I don't think I've used at all, so I need to put that one to use. These I've used several times, but it's been a while. They're from Lawn Fawn, and you can actually kind of create a border, either going up and down or going across with these. They're really interesting designs. This set I got over at AC Moore one time. I think I was just in the mood to buy something, and I've never gotten my money's worth out of it. It makes a beautiful background, this dogwood background, but there again, it's one of those things I've used it a little bit when I first got it, and then it's kind of sat here. So let's do something with that, and then I might use it a couple times and donate it. I'm not sure it's one I want to keep. One of my favorite 6x6 pads, but it's kind of like I'm holding on to it. I've used it for a couple of things, but I can put that to use, and it was so summery. I thought that was really pretty. Summery colors, the Jubilee from My Mind's Eye. Also in the paper, something I haven't done a whole lot with is Public Library from October Afternoon. Their papers always have a little bit more of an old-fashioned feel, and I've done a couple of layouts with this, but not as much as I could, so I'd like to do something more with that. I have done a lot with the Pier collection, but I do remember that I pulled out some of the neutrals from this collection one time. I was going to do a layout with these and never got around to doing it. So this summer is a good time to do that page. I'm not sure what the subject's going to be. Most of the time, I pick my subject of my page and my journaling and stuff, and then I go shop for product. That may or may not change doing this kind of thing, but just having a few things out or knowing that I want to use them, maybe having them listed in some way, will encourage me to use them where I can. I'm not going to distort the story to get something to work, but if I can make it work and utilize some of these things, then I will. And this last embellishment is one I just want to move on out of my stash. Had for a long time from Pink Paisley, some pretty little designs. And so some of these things may end up on cards. you know, so I can use them up and move them out kind of things. So those are things that I have shopped from my stash that I know I want to use. My challenge for you is to look through your stash and pick at least 5 things that you know that you would like to use sometime this summer in your scrapbooking. Oh, I forgot one. Be stamping up some old colors here that I need to use. Anyway, so pick 5 things, and let me go ahead and pick my 5 things that I know I want to use. Well, one of them is all this chipboard. I want to get that used down. So that's going to be one of the 5 things. And let me see, the stamp set for sure is, and these. So there's 3. And what else do we know we want to use? For sure. I mean, something like this, if I don't use it, I'll just donate it. You know, that's the summer's going to be the cutoff for that particular thing. Let's see, what other are my 5 things? I think this paper from the pier will be one of them. And let's pick a stencil. I can make it really easy on myself and pick this one, but I know I will use that. It's brand new and I've been wanting to use it, so I want to make it a little bit more challenging. Let's pick this stamp set. Right? So I have the wood pieces, these 2 stamp sets, the paper from the pier, and the chipboard. Those are my 5 things for sure I want to utilize this summer on my scrapbook pages. So you can hold me accountable if you watch my videos to make sure I use these, but hopefully I'll use some of these other things too. I probably won't leave all of them out because they would take up a fair amount of room just being out. So I'm going to make a list of these, and some of them I may leave out, like I might make up a little box with some of these smaller items just in one box and set it on my table so I remember that I have them to work with. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you take the challenge, go through your stash, find at least 5 things that you haven't used in a long time or you want to move out of your stash that you want to challenge yourself to use this summer. And if you want to make it a shorter goal, like to use in the month of June, that's fine. Just to, you know, try to go ahead and get some things that you have already on your scrapbook pages. Thanks again. Bye.